father said he would break my legs if I ever came around again.
One of my biggest goals with this YouTube channel is to become a better public speaker, and it has helped so much. My presentations have gone so much better ever since I started the channel, and I would recommend that you guys start filming yourselves when you're working on any type of presentation. It sucks, it's terrible to listen to yourself, but you'll pick up on your mannerisms and you'll just notice things that you can't just listening to yourself out loud. I'm telling you, it'll help.
You guys got a confession. So I'm sure from airport, so.
I apologize for the half nakedness in this video so far, but it is 95 degrees outside. It's the hottest day of the year, and poor homie is not turning up the air that much, unless someone comes over. But if it's just me by myself, I'm gonna just be hot. That's okay. Now, before I get dressed, I wanted to take you guys through some updates because I do a terrible job of keeping you guys in the loop of as far as like details, changes, macro switches, training feels, all that. Sometimes I just put out the videos and don't really take you guys through all that. So I figured, well, I'm already halfway there. We might as well do some posing, right? So let me set up the camera. I don't understand why everyone's so interested in this. You guys are gonna be underwhelmed, I'm telling you. All right, let's do this like a runway model. So there is my 2016 posing update. Hopefully that cured your curiosity and hopefully the angles were okay. I'll have to go back and watch that footage. But now let's get into the details of how I got here. I hope it didn't sound like I was complaining when I was talking about how hot it was. I love heat waves because that means there is a 0% chance of snow. As long as it's not cold outside, I am good with it. But let's move into something a little bit more relevant. Let's talk about macros real quick. So I get a lot of questions on this, and honestly, I've been digging a little bit. And what I'll typically do is I will base this off feel. So let me explain this a little bit. If I can, I will hit maybe 2,100 calories. There's certain days where I'm getting as low as like 240 carbs, which is low for me. But then if I'm at the end of the day and I'm like, you know what, I just need more food, or I just don't feel right, or I'm not gonna be able to sleep, I'll bump it up to maybe, 2,400 or 2,500. So I would say it averages out to about 2,300. I really base this off of feel. Now you probably have to be doing this for a long while to be able to get away with this. And then obviously I have days where I just go out and socialize, or I don't count, or I'm traveling, and then I work that in as well. So it's worked out well for me. But since this is like my first official cut, I know I've mentioned this before, I really just wanted to feel it. So that's kind of why I've been digging. But what I think I'm gonna do is maybe raise calories up, maybe just like 100 or 2 per day, and still stay in a deficit for a little bit longer, maybe is what I'm thinking. What I like is that, this gave me new material, and that's one of the big reasons I did this cut in the first place, was just to provide new material for the channel. But I don't see a purpose of staying in the cut much longer. I'm not trying to go in a contest or anything like that. So it's been fun, I guess. I miss food, and I feel like I owe you guys a food challenge, right? That's one of the reasons I want to start bringing it back up. 50,000 subscriber challenge. I feel like I guess a few ideas, but I don't know. I'm working through some things. But right now my appetite, it's funny because I'm always hungry, but once I start eating, I can get full like that. So I cannot do like 10,000 calories in a day right now. I guarantee it. I think the last time I did like a big cheat day, you guys would call it, I got like 4,000 calories and I was done. I mean, my stomach was at maximum capacity. Now that was with intermittent fasting, so if I spread it out, maybe a little bit better, but we'll see. What do you guys, honestly, I pretty much base this off of what you guys want. Do you think I should stay in a deficit, go on to a bulk? What do you think? What is your input? It's valuable to me. Training, oh man, not the best these last few weeks. I've been feeling the caloric deficit for sure. This Layne Norton program, PH3, I think it's pretty good, but it's probably not the best program. Definitely not the program for a beginner. I get a lot of questions on that, and probably not the best for a deficit. It's been tough. Workouts have been a struggle. Trying to find the energy. The amount of volume in that program is just crazy. And it's weird because I've always loved the big three, powerlifting movements, but they just take so much out of you. And now I get excited for days like today where it's just a day of fluff work. It's like I feel good during this workout, you know, it doesn't take that much energy, but it just feels good because you're just so achy, your joints are always giving you problems, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is maybe get a little bit more food in me. It's like 2 o'clock right now. I've only had that egg beater omelet thing that you guys saw. So we'll get maybe a little bit more food, and we'll hit a workout in the garage today. It has got to be over 100 degrees in this garage. It is burning up, but it feels good. So I've got a lot of questions on these things right here. I can't remember the technical term for them. What I'll do is I'll throw a link for them down below. I bought them off Amazon if you guys are interested, but hear me out first. These are, I think, meant for the medical field. I don't know what they do. I'm sure a nurse or somebody can tell me. But for blood flow restriction training, I got a lot of questions on this. What you're supposed to do is tie these to, I don't know exactly how tight. And that's probably the first issue. I don't know everything about this. But I do not see much benefit of doing this. Yeah, it brings out some extra veins in your arms. I think the argument is that it helps with recovery because you're using such light weight. It's good for your joints. But I don't know, personally, I just do not see it. And I don't know that I can recommend you guys actually try this. Now, Layne Norton is much smarter than me, but I don't agree with him on everything. So I've been doing this for 12 weeks now, and I can't say I see any positive benefits from it. But if you guys want to try it out, feel free. It's I guess it's one of those things that maybe just looks cool if all your veins are popping out and all that, but I don't think I'll be doing this after this program is over. 1001, 1002, and done. If you guys are not hip to Zach Farlow yet, you should be. Amazing music to work out to. It's kind of ignorant music, so I don't want to like sit around listening to it to like bring me into a deep thought, but when you're at the gym, he gets you in the zone for sure. But I think I'm gonna refeed today, and I get a lot of questions on this, like how do you do it, when do you do it, why do you do it, you know, the whole spiel. And for me, it's usually like on a weekend, you know, just when I want to more than anything. Especially now that I'm on lower calories, I guess it has more of a benefit. But even when I'm bulking, I do the same thing just because I like to take in more food, right? It's fun. So that's what I'm gonna do. All I really know is I need to get some energy in me, and I need some carbs. So back in my glory days, I made this video called Best Breakfast Ever, where I just made the most amazing food. It was an awesome day. I miss those days. And what I love about breakfast food is that it's always delicious, you know, and when you go out places, you can always get like a sampler so you can have everything. And I'm a typical male, I'm indecisive, I don't know what I want, so I love having it all. Pancakes, waffles, French toast. I don't want to choose. So what I'm gonna do is kind of recreate that the macro-friendly way, give you guys some lower carb options in case you can't go all out, which hopefully you can. But I'm gonna tell you guys my secrets here. So this is the best protein pancake recipe you will ever find based off the way that it tastes and the macros. It is essentially all protein, a little bit of carbs from half a serving of this guy right here, but trust me, it is worth it. So what you're gonna wanna do is get a little blender and then put in at least like 1/3 or 1/3 or 1/2 of a cup of egg beaters. Then I'm gonna do 1 scoop of the Snickerdoodle protein powder. I've made this with every different flavor and they all turn out fantastic. I'm trying to use up this tub so I can open another one. 1 serving of pumpkin. Unfortunately, this is a required ingredient. This is how you get a lot of volume out of the pancakes. They stay moist, they're delicious, you don't really taste the pumpkin. And I don't really know many replacements. Maybe applesauce, but if you don't use this, they will dry out and they will be flat and they just will not be as good. And then we'll do half a serving of this Hungry Jack pancake mix. And then feel free to throw some baking powder in here. And once you do that, all you gotta do is blend it up. Now that I got my blender back, I'm gonna move on to the waffles. And I was confident about the pancake recipe. I know that you guys are gonna love that, but this, I can almost guarantee you I'm gonna mess this up. And I just wanted to make waffles because I need to use a waffle maker later on anyway. And I wanted to give you guys a new recipe. Obviously the 1 carb waffle recipe is amazing. If you guys have not seen that already, I have a recipe video on it. But I just wanted to give you guys a different idea. So hopefully I'm gonna mess this up. So the first thing I'm gonna do is add my new favorite ingredient, cauliflower, to this blender. This has got to be the laziest way to ever make a recipe. All right, I'm gonna just blend this up real quick. So we have the cauliflower, then I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs to that. And then we're gonna add 2 whole eggs and 2 servings of cheese. Before we move on to the French toast, let me brag about these pancakes real quick. Do you see this plate full of pancakes? This entire thing is under 400 calories, give or take. That's incredible. I'm typically not a fan of the low-calorie breads because it's marketing. All they do is cut the piece in half and say it's half the calories. Well, yeah, that's math, right? But getting a whole plate of bread is kind of gonna trick my mind into feel like I'm getting more than I am. And for the wash for the French toast, I'm gonna tell you guys one of my biggest secrets ever. If you want high protein, delicious French toast in your egg beaters, add a scoop of PES protein powder. It is sweet. It is amazing. I'm telling you guys, if you try it, you'll be like, why have I not done this my entire life? So you have some leftover egg wash. What do you do with it? Well, as the old saying goes, if life gives you egg wash, you make eggs. I'm not 100% confident. I'm gonna try to salvage them the best I can, but if I had to guess, I would say these waffles are going to suck. A lot of you guys have asked me if I'm ever gonna come out with a cookbook, and the answer is most likely not. I don't like exact measurements, so a cookbook would be hard for me. I would just put pictures up and be like, hey, whatever fits your macros, throw those ingredients in there, but you guys would not like that, I can tell, because you always want down to the gram, and I just am not about that life. But my buddy Zach, who has this really cool Instagram page, does have a cookbook out, and I'm actually gonna borrow an idea from him. So he made like these French toast sandwiches, and that is what I'm gonna put together. I have too much French toast and not enough egg, but for a few of these, I'm gonna make like sandwiches with some Canadian bacon. Looks really good, and his Instagram page is legit. He sent me over the cookbook, has a ton of cool stuff in there, so definitely check it out. I will leave his links down below. Some good stuff in there.
I wanna serve, I wanna serve, I wanna serve, I wanna serve.
It's ironic I've been talking about how hot it is today because my food is so cold, but it is worth it to make some good videos for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So let's try this one first. Let's try the French toast sandwich. I'm telling you guys, French toast with the snickerdoodle protein powder is unbelievable. I've been putting this one off. I'm actually kind of surprised they came out at all. So cauliflower waffles, we'll see. It's actually really good. I'm shocked to be saying that. That is not bad at all. This is better than a lot of the waffles that I've made. All right, so we're gonna move on. Hold on, this doesn't feel right. That's better. So we're gonna move on to the pancakes now. This was a great idea. You wanna know the definition of discipline or insanity, whichever way you wanna look at it. Having these glorious cinnamon rolls in your refrigerator for more than 2 hours without eating them. They've been sitting in my refrigerator for going on about 19 hours now, not that anyone's counting. And there's only one way to make these guys.
Simply barbaric. Barbaric. Barbaric! Let that word resound from
All right, guys, I can't wait any longer.
across this broad land. Hear me?
Yeah, I'm big-headed, but you small-minded.
I don't need to tell you how good this is.
Oh, yeah.
So I finally found them, and I've actually held on to these for like a few weeks now. This is my first time trying the chocolate chip Oreos. My hopes are set pretty high.
Yeah, I put my time in. Oh, I need that Louis line. Michelin star dining. I'ma be honest, I was in Little Caesars.
Wow. These are up there. I don't know that I'm ready to say it's my favorite yet. I'm gonna try a few more. Give me a week or two. But man, so good. Worth the wait.
Flow barbaric, let my fam come name. Yeah, she
Lucky for you guys, my camera card's getting full, so I gotta wrap it up. I'm gonna have a few servings of mint chocolate chip ice cream, and then maybe a few servings of waffle crisp, and that's gonna do it for the night. Definitely got my carbs in, feeling fantastic. Really think it's gonna help with tomorrow's workout. And that's about it. So thanks for sticking with me today, guys. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. That thumbs up button really helps out my channel, and I do appreciate that. And I look forward to talking to you guys next time.